Well, hello there guys, good evening to you, and welcome back to my voice acting playthrough of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. We are resuming the final case of Trials and Tribulations, Bridge to the Turnabout, where we've just witnessed Phoenix almost fall to peril off of the rickety bridge which was on fire after the body was discovered of Elise Dohanim. We are now going into this next section, going from the perspective of a familiar face. That familiar face being Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Who could that be at this time of night? Yes? Edgeworth speaking. Edgy, get up! It's an emergency! Huh? Larry? Do you know what time it is? It's not Larry! It's Loris! Loris Dohanim! This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and... Oh, wait! Don't hang up! It's an emergency! It's Nick! He took a really nasty spill! Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so... I'm not joking! His life is in danger! What? What happened? Tell me. Talk about a guy with bad luck. He may already be dead! Anyway, you've gotta come back! You're the only one that can help! My Iris! My beautiful Iris! She needs help! Alright, I don't know what's going on. But I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm at the detention center! Please! Hurry! It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion. As if I expected anything to change. You're late, Edgy! What took you so long? I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could. Well, should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, just listen. Something happened to Miss Elise, and Nick is... Maya, and I was just beginning... Huh? Say something, Edgy! Before I came here, I stopped by the hospital and paid Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author, Miss Elise Dohanim. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest. Yeah, that's right. You got it. But they arrested her! My sweet little Iris! And here I was, convinced he was the one the police had arrested. However, still don't understand what these 2 items are for. What are you talking about? They're things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other... couldn't possibly be asking what I think he is. Could he? I'm begging you! Iris' trial starts tomorrow! With Nick out of the picture, you're all I've got left! You're the only one that can represent her! What did you just say? You know, represent, defend. What were you expecting? Why do you think I called you anyway? I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who... Don't talk to me like a kid! I graduated from junior high, you know. Don't worry about it. I promise I won't tell. But I mean, I heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before. Good, this country's judicial system has fallen into such decay. Please, Edgy! At least listen to her. Listen to Iris' side of the story. So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all. Thank you for coming. My name is Iris. Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I would at least hear what you have to say about the murder.
Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Loris said that he don't even die.
Fortunately, he will be fine. Larry, you moron. How could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed.
Thank goodness.
But he's caught some kind of nasty cold.
A cold?
He's running a high fever and he is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman. I feel like I've met her before. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something, if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before.
Must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Temple.
Hazakura Temple? What's that?
It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well?
I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them.
In that case, what are you doing at that temple then?
I've committed some sins. Sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm there, and why I continue to train. Purify my soul.
I want to ask you about last night, the night of the crime.
Alright. I helped to clean up after dinner, and then went back to my room at about 8 o'clock. Later I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10.
Bell?
We ring it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
And then I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to?
I was frightened.
Frightened?
So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened.
There's more to a story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder?
Yes.
However, you didn't go. Because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? Cyclops! What in the world?
Is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, it's nothing. Looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about. The Psycholocks. I believe that he said I need to present this Magatama item to do something. So do you have any idea as to what really occurred that last night?
I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed.
Spiritual power?
Yes. Spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power.
Yes. I understand. Most people don't.
And I am certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please, answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Donin?
No. I'm not the one who took her life.
Those psycholocks aren't appearing. Suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying. Huh.
What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all you can tell me.
Thank you very much for listening to my story.
I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes. At the trial tomorrow, he asked me to defend you.
Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth. Then I will gladly entrust my fate to your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes?
Do you know Wright?
Why would you ask that?
Whenever you came up in our conversation, you begin to act a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Wright to you?
He is a very dear and indispensable friend.
It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him.
You deceived him?
I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
Well, you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. Sure is cold, all right. So this is it. Dusky Bridge. Oh, wow! It's you, Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see! It's been about a year? Or has it been longer? It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here. Oh, ouch! There's that sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me guess. You were transferred by HR to the local precinct? A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. The gum on your shoe, he's impossible to get rid of. I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Godo was gonna get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you. Prosecutor Godo? I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case. It's simple! Well, simple is as simple does, as they say. Oh, you've got no idea how much I've missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing. A witness? Yeah, that bikini lady. Bikini lady? Here? On this freezing cold mountain? Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir. I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness myself. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through? Yep. I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross. Is how it goes, right? Or is it leap? And? Is there something on the other side? Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir. What? Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem.
Someone was at the inner temple doing some training and now they're stuck there.
Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's Maya Fey.
Oh no. Her again? Anyway, the air's really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the inner temple until tomorrow, sir.
Will she be alright in this cold? So how did this bridge burn down anyway?
We're almost 100% sure it was lightning.
Lightning? So who is this Prosecutor Godo? I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy.
What kind of a man is he?
He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good.
If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case?
You bet he is! After all, you know who is right in the middle of it.
You know who?
Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godo has really got it in for Mr. Wright.
Oh?
Yeah, he seems to have some kind of a grudge.
And what would be the cause of this grudge?
I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something.
None of this is making any sense. I better look into this Godo myself. You're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning?
Yep. Last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck.
We have some weather data. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. Even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge.
Oh, that? We got that information from the witness's testimony.
Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who is this witness?
Sorry. I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir.
Yo, Edgy! What took you so long? I'm so cold, my brain's turned to sherbet! I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Wright is gonna be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder.
Hey, wait a sec! Hold it! Objection! What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another and... What kind of lame excuse is that? And you call yourself a defense attorney?
Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth! Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney! This sounds plain old weird, pal! Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore.
Dude, Edgy! I haven't seen you for a couple of years, and your heart turns to sherbet!
I'd say more like sorbet. It is rather cold here.
Iris didn't murder her! Someone else did it! I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one!
Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to Wright, that is.
And I'm telling you, Iris is so cute! Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you?
What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent?
Come on! A girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer!
I was right after all. I should never have come back.
No, don't worry! I see things for how they really are this time. Honest!
If I had a penny for every time you said that.
It's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much. Know what I mean?
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry.
Oh. Forget it. I didn't say anything.
Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry?
What?
Don't tell me. You think I might have done it? What? Get lost! Go back on your charter jet and get out of my sight, you creep! And I hope your plane crashes and you die! I'll ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? As I suspected. Psycho-locks. Sorry, man. You know me. I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude.
Hey, hello there. So how are you feeling?
Alright, I suppose. Huh? Who is this?
My name is Miles Edgeworth.
My. A handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. If circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just...
Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini.
Well, you have found her. Now, what can I do for you?
I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis.
If you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy.
Mr. Edgeworth? This is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness.
Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why your salary keeps on getting cut.
My stomach is already growling in protest.
Oh, what's the latest about my beloved Iris?
Well, first, I want to hear what you know. First, I'd like to ask you about last night.
Oh, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple.
You must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that?
I suppose it was about 9 o'clock when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The channeling dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch.
Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting.
Detective, this is no time for flattery.
Sorry.
Sometime around 11 o'clock, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here?
The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps.
I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason.
You get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Alright then. I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard.
It must have been past 11. Ah, no! I can't say it! It's too much for my poor heart.
Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie.
I saw two people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back with a sword.
Did you see this criminal with your own eyes?
I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris.
You must have been quite shocked.
Of course she was. Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of a courtroom. And I happen to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked, too.
I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed. And then I passed out.
Fortunately for us, your testimony seems to be pretty solid.
However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural.
Unnatural?
The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness.
I wonder what she means by that. As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct?
Yes, That's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is, I've got a bad lower back.
A bad lower back?
Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. You remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall.
So you left the disciple all alone?
That'd be ridiculous! I would never do that! That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out.
Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? This had none actually see Iris there? Think I'd better try to get some more details. So who is this acolyte that was to train at the inner temple?
Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course...
Special course?
It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times.
You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you?
No, of course not! You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself.
Well, that's good to hear.
Oh, dear, there's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh. I don't think I like the sound of this.
You know that small girl? I believe she is Mystic Maya's little sister.
Maya has a little sister?
Oh, you mean Little Pearl? That's Maya Fey's cousin.
Little... Pearl?
I thought she was going to visit Mr. Galise after we finished with dinner cleanup. But I haven't seen her at all since late last night. She's nowhere to be found.
You mean she was with the victim?
It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back.
The little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone.
As they say, the plot thickens!
You said you went with Maya to the training hall in the inner temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there?
Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the 10 o'clock bell for lights out.
So you're saying Iris came to the inner temple then?
Of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training.
That doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple.
As they say, the plot thickens!
There are more Anza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack?
Beats me.
Would you mind taking that for me, Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, sir! Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth!
It looks like an old manila envelope.
Yeah!
What is it, Detective?
This could be it! An ultra-important clue! A super special clue!
Suppose I should read it myself, then.
It looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall, unless you want your secret to be exposed.
Sounds like a blackmail letter.
Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra-important prosecutor! A super-duper prosecutor!
Well, I suppose it takes a super-duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this.
And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched.
Thanks, Detective. I'll just have a look around. It looks like the police are still investigating.
Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask, just to be sure. Are you really gonna defend that nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow?
Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through with my commitment.
Well, in that case, I've gotta be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation.
Don't worry about it, Detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own.
You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap.
Yes, you do that, Detective. Just how much has your runny spout leaked over the years?
The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Elise Donim. Her entire past, up until she won that writing award last year, is a total mystery.
It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that.
The estimated time of death was the victim was between 10 o'clock and 11 p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by the murder weapon.
The murder weapon?
The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but there's one strange thing.
Yes?
The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. Bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a 2-story building.
2-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct?
Hey, you're right. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. That just happens to be the room that Elise Donim was staying in.
Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword? Now then, Detective. Let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far.
Okay, let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they'd finished dinner, she and Maya Fey headed to the inner temple. At 10 p.m., after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple. After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini herself in the main hall.
The inner temple, huh? I'd like some more information about that place. The trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor?
I'm pretty sure it's that Godo guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement.
What do you mean?
It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold and won't be defending, he just lost interest.
I intend to appear in court in the role of defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor.
Yeah, I can see why. But I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is gonna be that judge.
Yes, he certainly would remember my face even after such a long absence. That's why I requested that another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We've only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all.
Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir?
There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull.
What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at?
According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge.
Bridge that burned down, huh? Is there anything else on the other side of that bridge besides the inner temple?
Nope, not a thing.
Nothing?
The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there.
So the only thing there is the inner temple.
I hear it's not the kind of place a person could survive in.
Please be alright, Maya. So the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon?
Sure is. It's called a shishishito, by the way. Nasty piece of work, sir.
There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood?
Yup, it's all over the blade. Speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the shishishito too.
Fingerprints?
Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant.
Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon?
What's wrong? You're looking really solemn.
Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney?
Yeah, I figure it doesn't really feel good.
To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. What's this? It looks like a wizard's staff.
That belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Donim. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah! Listen, this is just between us, okay, sir?
Yes? What?
This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this.
Alright.
Truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard.
That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me?
That's it.
This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it?
Just the victims.
Hello guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Also, you can check out my social media platforms, which are right below my screen. Please check us out and support the show that way. Don't forget, you can watch the action all live on twitch.tv/Stu Waters, where all the action is live with no breaks and no edits. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.